Om Namo Narayana. Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang today. Dem- We have a lot of letters coming, so I will try and address some of them at some point.
Namaste, Muji.
Namaste. Vivu.
Love to all.
Rajam.
I had been to lot of places, done so many types of meditation. They have helped me. There were changes in my nature, attitude. All have helped. But somewhere this urge was there that I should now know the ultimate truth experientially. I read Upanishads and other things. But this experiential thing was there sometimes, some things, some glimpses and all that, but it was, I knew that this is not the ultimate. Then in the last December, I happened to visit Tiruvannamalai. Till that time, I never knew anything about the self-inquiry, the direct path. Then I came to know, I visited the Ramanada ashram there. I talked to a few people there, came to know about this path. And then after that on YouTube, I had been searching various teachers and masters speaking on the self-inquiry. Who am I? Then I happened to see some of your videos. Something clicked, okay, this may be the ultimate way to know the ultimate truth. Then I was looking forward when you will have retreat at Annamalai, because I came to know that you had 2-3 retreats there. There was nothing in this year, and then suddenly I saw that you are coming here in Rishikesh.
No.
So 27th February, I landed here. That was my first day here. After the satsang, I just came out. I wanted to meet you. You just hugged me, and suddenly, spontaneously I said, please help me and bless me. I think for a minute or two, you kept on looking into my eyes. I was looking into your eyes. And I was just still. After that, for a few minutes, I was trying to absorb whatever has happened or is happening. From that day, I am regularly coming to your satsang. I express all my thanks to you. No more questions. But just I want to come there, sit with you, and realize the ultimate truth. Thank you.
To the mind, the ultimate truth becomes a myth. To the mind, ultimate truth becomes a myth. Myth means that it is not really believed to be true. The mind can seem to be searching for this ultimate truth. But if it is searching only mind, really mind doesn't want ultimate truth. If mind wanted ultimate truth, mind would be guiding you in so many ways. Don't go this way, look here. And by the fruits of that association, you would have speedily come to recognize what was obvious. But it seems that the mind's role to play, at least for a while, is to put you off the scent, to put you off the track, while appearing to be guiding you to the path. No? Otherwise, why it should take so long for that which has no distance? Why it should take so long for what has no distance, which cannot be separate from your essential being? If mind was rightly guiding us, why it would take so long? Why it would take you to so many places when the truth is not in those places? The truth is in you. Why would the mind be telling you, go this place, do this thing, do all these things, do all these things? Or stop, okay, do all these things, do all these things. Huh? Then don't do anything, don't do anything. Then, oh, you're not doing enough thing. Why would the mind be saying that if it really want to help you?
Probably the mind is interested in the continuous search and not in the truth.
Yes. And at the same time, you come to realize that the mind really doesn't exist. Or this few people will accept. It doesn't exist independently of you. It doesn't. The mind can only suggest. It cannot experience for you. You has to be a relationship. Like one hand cannot clap. The thought arising has no power until it connects up with some interest or belief or something. Then it can do that. But by itself it cannot do it. A thought coming by itself does not amount to thinking. Thinking begins when the thought, I like this thought, come here thought, let's work together. Then you may say thinking is stimulated into action or something like that. So I just want to say this for now. We want to realize ultimate truth. And where does this desire also arise from? Well, it depends. Sometimes we appear to be saying, I want the truth, you know. A number of people have come and they say, that's all I want to do is to discover the truth. Please help me. Okay, come, let's take a look together. Because first, it's not difficult. It is not difficult to guide the mind into no mind. This is not difficult actually. If you are open, it's not difficult. What appears to be difficult is that along the way of the guidance, your attachments are coming up. And then there is some reluctance or resistance to separate from your attachments. Not even that the inquiry is asking you to do that even. Your own conscience, your own wisdom is saying, this is actually in the way, not by itself, but what you have taken it to be. We have believed some things to be really important, and then we don't want to let go of it. So then it is like trying to keep your room empty, but you have a pet elephant. but you like space, and there's no room, only room for your elephant, and you want the space. You say, I love space, I just love space. But you have a pet elephant inside the space. So it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So this is what happens, and satsang, even if only this happens, it's still good. Because at least it gets a chance for you to recognize where the difficulty arises for you. Because sometimes we are not clear that our association with some thought, some belief, that itself creates a mist, a cloud that blocks your inner seeing. We don't notice it. But in the inquiring, in the process of looking, in the satsang itself, things are coming to the surface. And it's important that they come to the surface, you see. They are meant to hit the surface and then they pop and like bubbles and they vanish. No? But somehow when they come up, we feel a bit nausea. We feel, oh, you know, this, I feel sick and it's so difficult. And these are the excuses that come from the mind. And this is why the voice in satsang reminds you, don't worry about that. Don't identify with these things. They are just being burped up from the beingness. There's nothing here to try and fix or to manage now. Now you stay in this beautiful emptiness that you are discovering and confirm your position as only the witness of all of these things moving along. But don't get involved in that. This is what you are reminded like that. And as you follow that inside your heart and you see, but wait a minute, I thought that was so precious, but I've allowed it to just be left aside, and I find here is more precious than that thing. Here is more beautiful because there's peace here for me. And you begin to appreciate the things that money cannot buy. Money cannot buy peace. It cannot buy wisdom. It cannot buy compassion. It cannot buy insight. It cannot buy emptiness. And you see all these riches are with you already. And you begin to acknowledge, but wait, I am not so much in need because I am not rich. There's many different ways of being rich. It's not just money and things, but rich in heart, rich in silence and peace. That is enriched like that. Then as you're coming back, somehow your attention is just coming back into your heart again. You're discovering that all these ideas, all these questions were fake. Most of them are fake questions. They seem like it's something, but now you've found a thing what even answers cannot give you. You're discovering your own completeness. And in that, all these questions, there was even coming a time when even the desire for enlightenment will also pass you, because you're come back home into your own heart. And this heart doesn't know the concept of enlightenment. It's simply free. Simply free, you see? Sometimes we have a notion about enlightenment, and this notion contains a lot of, sort of special effects. Like, if I am free, I'll be able to do this, and you put a lot of pictures to your own projections about awakening. But this, what is meant by awakening, is that the self is not awakening. The self always is. It's always constant. It is right here. It is the mind that awakens to the self, not the self awakens. The self is always pure. The mind takes the darshan from the self, somehow. Not the mind by itself. Can I just say now, I'm just going to close what I'm going to say. Not the mind by itself. There's no such thing as mind by itself. Mind is intimately linked to you, the consciousness. It is an aspect of ourself, a very beautiful power, a divine power. But when the self somehow began to manifest as person, begins to believe itself to be a person, descended into the role of mere personhood. Also, mind came down with it also, that aspect, to function as its friend and enemy in the walk, the journey called life. The mind also came to play a part, to intimidate, to guide, and to betray all our projections. And through that tension, that relationship, we aspire and eventually transcend the influence of the mind. Mind is not just, nothing. It is a great power. And in each body, it will descend tailor-made to accompany that body and the unique conditioning that arises for consciousness in that body. And together, that tension, that relationship, will produce a Buddha at some point. That tension is going to produce a Buddha at some point. Because everything you need to wake up from the sleep of ignorance of our true state, everything is playing around you. All the resources, all that you need is right here with you. But somehow we have to be waking up to notice that the power is here and not there. For a while, we are strongly attracted to out there. Something is pulled, almost involuntarily. Our energies are going to the outer, to the farms, at first to the farms, because we are touched by the spirit of otherness and I-ness. As I being me, being here, being this, my identity, personality, shapes the feeling of I. And where there's I, then there's going to be other. And other means attraction and repulsion. Fear and desire arises. And then somehow we're inside the game. And we have to come out. You have to enter this hut called existence. And you must come out the other end as Buddha. You have to enter this hut, this room called life, and come out the other door as the Buddha itself. How are we going to do it? Where was the Buddha? Inside here. And this world, this hut, is like the womb, the incubator for the Buddha. In this world, he has to somehow awaken to what you really are, rather than what we believe we are. Rather than living only in the idea of who we imagine we are, we have to wake up to the truth of who we are. And it is not difficult. Where is the Buddha? Where is the Christ most? Is some address in heaven? When you go to heaven, they say, oh, Mr. Buddha lives over there. And Jesus, he lives up the hill up there or something. Where are they really? They are in you. They are in us. Not merely as people, but as being. And whichever one of them you love, life will take the shape of their countenance for you. They will absorb you. And when you become the Buddha, it's the same as becoming yourself. Doesn't matter. You don't have to look like the image of the Buddha. This is the surface. But your Buddha being, your Christ consciousness, your Shiva being, your Krishna light, your God light, all the same thing. You see like that. And this is the place. This is the womb. Yeah. And perhaps for some of you the contractions have started already to give birth to your own self.
When witnessing is being witnessed, or just aware of the awareness, there is peace, total relaxation,
Yes.
stillness.
Yes.
But then again, sometimes the
When
thought,
you are aware, when you say, when there is witnessing of the witness, or when there is observing of the observer feeling, who are you in that moment? Where
No,
are you?
nobody. Nothing.
Nobody in that there. But what an incredible nobody. A nobody. Not Mr. or Mrs. You're no one. When you hear the word, it feels like, oh my God, I don't want to be nobody. But the experience, to be free of all these qualities and association, to be free even of I, me, and simply you are, but you cannot say what. No words can define what remains when one sees from the center of the being itself, the center without a center. And today someone is going to see. They have to see. You're here to see. And it's nothing out there. You're looking already from. Sometime I said to one man, was saying, we are speaking, and I said, who is looking out from behind those eyes? Who is really looking out? And one man, he said, conditioning is looking out. And it was very pleasing somehow to hear this insight. Conditioning is looking out. And I said, but what is there that sees that conditioning is looking out also? Behind conditioning is what is there? He said, this, I don't have a name for that. Yeah. He said, be without name then. Because in your answer actually was itself revelation, something. Just behind the eyes, conditioning is looking. But behind the conditioned seer is who or what is there. And you have to, you can close your eyes and simply be very still. And not merely waiting. There is that there. But then you go again to the mind. You say you want what you want?
I just want to sit there and can't describe it in words what I want.
Yes.
Because
if you can sit without any expectation, can anybody do? Just be. Not even sit, stand, lie down, doesn't matter. But with no identity, no expectation. Because mind loves expectations.
yeah.
Yeah. So that which is not an expectation, no. And it's not the next thing. It's not a thing wanted. Be empty just even of wanting. Don't go in any direction and don't touch any thought just for now, moment. What is here, you know?
Nothing.
Yes. But beyond even the saying of nothing, beyond even the saying, beyond the answer that says nothing, be.
Something is felt but can't talk anything about it.
Yes. Who can't talk anything about it? It or something else? You just be there. You cannot put it in an answer. But sometimes inside an answer is the fragrance of it, though it is beyond fragrance. But it cannot simply just be an answer, like correct answer. There's no correct answer for truth. Something happens in the presence of one in whom the truth is revealed. Something happened. Not just mental, verbal answers. This is child's play. You know very well it doesn't satisfy. But when you and your answer are the same thing, and don't try any technique. I'm not talking about any technique at all. When you and your answer are the same, then we don't need to go any further. There's no more distance left. You say, there's nothing here. But still, there is a sense of a you who is saying there's nothing here. And who is this you that has been given so much credibility even? Are you here? You say there's nothing here, but are you here? Who are you who seem to be here even? I understand this may seem, well, whoa, what more does Muji want now? Because he answered the question, no? I said, not really. At a conceptual level, it's okay. As an answer, it is okay. But it's not the experience. And I'm not talking about an experience which you're going to get and you may lose. It is beyond getting and losing. Beyond getting and losing. I've been here now, this is the fourth block of satsangs. And only now I'm feeling birthing may happen. I'm sorry, I am speaking like that today. Because sufficiently your mind is sufficiently capable, I don't know. Something is here. Something is here now that was not showing itself earlier so much. And so I'm very, very much in service to that. I'm unavoidably in service to it. Someone, somehow, or more than someone. I would like it to be everybody. Because what you are going to discover is already what you are. And I don't know what it is that appears to be in the way, because I know nothing is in the way. If I'm looking at the sun, or if I'm looking at the moon, if I'm looking at the sun and somehow the moon came in front of it, I can say there's an eclipse or something and I cannot see the sun. Why? Because there are three factors, no? My position here, the thing that I want to see, and the thing that comes between us. Then I can say something stands between myself and the sun, and that is the moon. Get out of the way, moon. Get out, get out, get out. There goes sun. Okay? Can the self be blocked like that? Can the pure self be blocked by that? And by what? It cannot be blocked like that. Because the self is also in the position of the one looking. Can the self be blocked by anything? Can the sun experience that, oh, I'm being blocked? It doesn't know anything like that. It is only an imaginary person in an imaginary position that can say, oh yes, the sun is blocked. I don't know if you get that. The self cannot be at the end of some striving or some process, because the very striving, the very effort to reach the self is perceived in the self. It is perceived in pure awareness. You are that awareness itself. But something is playing in this powerful spell of duality. Something is there. A possibility that is extended from us, that creates identity with the body and with conditioning that arises around the body, and then the consciousness is believing, I am the body. And this belief, I am the body, creates the sense, I am this person, or even I am the seeker of truth, is still the same identity, same way. But the seeker and the seeking are perceived. Now find out where and by what. The answer is here. It is in this room, it is in this body, it is in this mind, it is beyond even this mind. And it cannot be found as an object only. Like if I'm looking for these flowers, I can touch them, I can look at them. I cannot touch the self and look at the self, because the self can never be an object. The self is only the pure subject, pure subjectivity, without even a trace of objectivity. But objectivity appears in it. And we are conceiving, in fact, we are perceiving what we conceive. We are thinking that we are this body and it becomes a reality. It is okay. It is okay. Because in the true understanding, the mind can be there, the sense of a separate self can be there, but it's very on the surface. And the ocean is not concerned about the play of the waves. The waves would be like our mind, our thoughts, and all of this. They are also part of the dance of manifestation. They are also consciousness in form. You may not understand every single word I'm saying, it doesn't matter. But also be in the energy of the word also. The energy is already in you. If you feel any resonance, it's because something is already here with you, tuning in. That's all. But yourself is complete. I'm not asking you merely to believe this. For some of you, belief is very much a part of your operational power. But others, maybe they don't believe. I said, okay, don't worry, don't believe. Don't believe. Just keep quiet. But don't wait. And don't touch anything. Don't hold on to anything for any support for a moment. Like this. If you have that inner connection with me, it doesn't matter which part of the room you're sitting. There will be no distance for you. Distance is only a physical phenomenon. If your connection, which is the true connection actually, then you will know that not even death can separate what really is. Cannot do it. And this is a beautiful opportunity, an invitation, that right where you are, you're not closer to me by sitting at the front and less close by being at the back. You must transcend these limitations of thought. At the same time, to be in the presence, like to be in the physical presence of my own Guruji, that was something very powerful, because my mind was not sufficiently mature to really feel that without the physical proof. But gradually, as your deeper connection and understanding takes place, you realize that I can be anywhere. Anywhere this body is, I am there. Even where this body is not, I am there. You come to know this, you don't have to study this. I don't want to put many concepts in your mind because I don't think it is necessary. In fact, you can continue emptying them out. Don't have to hold on to anything. Don't make tattoos out of any teaching, but make use of them. In the end, the highest teaching leaves you empty of concepts. One must have sufficient trust, because you'll find all those conceptual baggage leaking away from you, draining away from you, and you may feel some fear that maybe something precious is being lost. Then you have to listen to your teacher's word to say, don't worry, don't salvage anything from that. This is okay, my love, all is okay. then you must have some trust in that and say, yes, 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 let it go. Let everything go then. Let everything go. Mind will tell you, oh, this is a trick. You're going to end up just being some kind of zombie. For a while we are susceptible, gullible to listen to this voice. But listening to these voices make you timid and afraid. And fear is not original to you. It has its place. While we move in the field of duality, fear also has its place. But it's highly overrated. It's not your perfect guide. You see? Wonderful what you're sharing so far. You've come to that place. You say now, what is here? Who am I here? And you scan inside to see if there's anything, any entity in residence. And you say, nothing is here. Then I ask you, who is making this discovery also? Is this one here? Then again you close and you look inside again. That which is able to perceive is here, but it cannot be perceived because no form it can be. This is you following inside. You may say the intelligence of the being is inquiring and discovering that there's nothing tangible that I can say, I am this. And in discovering that there's nothing tangible that I can say, I am that, one finds what one is. In the truth, you see, you cannot say, I am this or I am that. You can know, I am not this and I'm not that. But what you are, you cannot point in any direction and say, oh yes, this is what I am. Then what is left? Logical mind is not enough. Now, how many millimeters are you from the self now? How many centimeters, how many meters from the self are you? You. The last remnants of doubt are burnt. Separation itself is only concept now, burnt, thrown out now. Even union also now is only concept. Nothing for you. Yes.
Can't speak.
Can't speak. That you can speak, but you cannot speak that. Cannot speak that. All speech proceed from that, but cannot convey that. But your words coming from that, they will carry a new freshness, a clarity, a presence with them, because they emanate from you. And now there's unity in your being now, no separation. You stay like that. How much distance between you and me now?
No distance.
No distance. Was there ever distance? Very good. Mind will come and try and tell you some things now. He said, no, I can't let this one get away with that. You're not allowed to get away with that. Try this. Huh? That's not really it. You're just imagining. He's going to throw some little stink bombs at you. How are you going to do? Mind's job is to test your wisdom. Is it really true? Sniff you out. Oh, now you're a Buddha. Go, preach. Oh, this is so easy. It was so easy. So easy. No. So you don't touch anything, keep no company with any thought. Simply incubate in yourself. When somebody would come, like you, now I can see actually, you're in a state of your own unity. I sometimes would tell them, you go home now and get inside your sleeping bag and zip yourself in and don't come out. It's not the time for chai shop. You stay here until the sleeping bag throws you out. You can move anywhere, and always you're here.